Hello and welcome to this video in which I will share my top 5 tips for navigating your ayahuasca experience. Tip number 1, don't think what you're feeling, but feel the feeling. When we go into a ceremony and we take the medicine, what the medicine does is that it increases the vibration in our body. So wherever we might have some kind of an energy blockage due to feelings we don't want to feel or feelings we don't allow ourselves to feel, with the increase of vibration in our body, these blockages that have crystallized, they burst open. And when they burst open, they release what they have been holding on to. So if we have been holding on to anger, perhaps we feel anger. If we've been holding on to sadness or not allowing ourselves to feel our grief or happiness, this is what we're going to feel. But whatever the emotion, don't think what you're feeling, but feel the feeling. Come to the body, come to the breath, literally, like relax your legs, relax your body, relax your shoulders, relax your face, and connect with where in the body you're feeling what you're feeling. Given generally in life, this is a fantastic practice, not only in the ceremony. And in the ceremony, if you manage to do that, because the medicine is within us, very quickly you'll be able to move through that emotion. Rather than going in your mind and trying to figure out what's going on, where it's coming from, and how you're going to solve it. That's really not the moment to do that. The moment is to connect with the body, feel the feeling. The only way we release emotions is by first fully feeling them and getting into that ceremony with that readiness, with that openness, and with that approach that you're going to feel whatever comes up is going to do you really well. Tip number 2, use mantras or anchors. So the two biggest fears that people face when they work with psychedelics, with ayahuasca, with mushrooms, with any other sacred medicine, are that they're going to die or that they're going to go crazy. So as we talked earlier in one of the videos, as we increase the vibration in the body, we push the limits of our psyche. And then as we reach those limits and maybe break through them or pass through them, well, the thing that has been holding these limits, the thing that has crystallized these limits, fear, comes up. So many people experience, like deep sense of fear, deep sense of dread. They worry that they're gonna die. They worry that they're gonna stay in the same energy mind space forever, that it's not gonna finish. So here are some anchors that could help you navigate these moments. First of all, always remember that this is a temporary state. You have very powerful medicine inside you and it's gonna pass. Wherever you might go, you will come back. Wherever the medicine might take you, if it's another dimension, if you see entities, if you hear things, remember, you will come back. This is a temporary state. Some mantras and anchors you can also use is I'm safe, I'm protected, things to remind yourself in that moment. Something that I do in my own personal experience with the medicine is in the very most difficult moment when I'm purging and when I'm experiencing pain, be it physical or emotional, I say thank you, thank you. Thank you, medicine. Thank you, Great Spirit. And then you really change the energy behind it. Whatever other personal mantra or affirmation that resonates with you, you're very welcome to use. But most importantly, reminding yourself that you're safe, reminding yourself that you're taken care of, reminding yourself that you're loved, reminding yourself that you're strong, reminding yourself that you're courageous, that you can handle it, that you can do this. Why you want to do this, right? All these things in that very critical, crucial moment, they'll make a big difference. So should you need to use them, do go ahead. Tip number 3, connect with your breath. when we drink the medicine, we are instructed to hold it in for as long as we can. This is so that the medicine can enter our system and do its work. There is a moment when we feel the urge to purge, but the idea is in this moment to connect with our breath, stay connected with our breath, and oftentimes will ourselves into not purging. It's very important to make the decision, and something that will support you to get out of your head, stay connected with the body, would be to focus on your breath. Not only is breath work or mindful breathing useful in a moment where you're trying to prevent yourself from vomiting. Maybe there's a moment where everything around you is moving, there's so much chaos, maybe you're feeling very intense emotions, you feel afraid. Come back to your breath. Don't let your mind take over. And again, it ties into the first advice. Don't think what you're feeling, feel the feeling. And as you're feeling the feeling, focus on your breath and feel your breath. Tip number 4, prayer. Use prayer during the ceremony. Even when we begin the Diahe ceremonies here, the Taita, or the shaman medicine man who we work with at Colibri Garden, says when we come to do this act with the plant, we are sending a prayer. We're sending a prayer for the earth, for the animals, for our family, for all of creation. So what we're doing is we are attuning ourselves energetically through the prayer to the things we want to create, or the things we want to express gratitude for, or the things we want more of in our life. So if whatever prayer practice you might have, use it in ceremony. If you pray to whatever God or deity or higher power that you might believe in, do that, expressing gratitude, giving thanks for the strength that you have to have gone through all the things that you have gone through, sending blessings to people in your life, to situations, giving thanks even for the difficult moments in our lives, the moments we probably wouldn't have consciously chosen to experience. But oftentimes what happens, or many times what happens, is we go through a difficult moment, and then on the other end of it, we find ourselves transformed. We become a different person who can handle more, who can take more responsibility, who has more responsibility and ownership of your own life. So whatever it is that you want to pray for, if you want to pray for abundance, if you want to pray for a new partner, if you want to pray for the planet, whatever it is, prayer is very powerful. And if you already have a prayer practice, this will help you a lot in the ceremony. Tip number 5, ask your body. So when we say ask your body, how do we actually go about doing that? So what you need to do, in a ceremony you already are so connected that it's very easy to have a clear channel to that. Maybe with a few breaths, you get connected with your body, and then you can ask whatever question. But in a day-to-day situation, what you can do is just do a quick meditation, maybe 5-10 minutes, connect with your breath, connect with your body, and when you're in your body, then you can ask the questions. The question that I normally use is a rather extreme question where we don't need to ask the body to know what the right answer is, but it's kind of like the litmus test. It gives us the yes or no. So the question I would ask is, once you've closed your eyes, and if you want you can do that in this very moment, close your eyes, take a few deep breaths. If you feel like you need a minute to connect with your body, you can even pause the video and then come back to it. But once you are connected with the body, you can ask a question. And the question that I use is, do I want to move to live in North Korea? And then say yes, and observe how you feel, and then say no, and observe how you feel. And then you ask the question again, do I want to live in North Korea? And say yes, no, see how you feel. The wrong answer usually feels like a bit of an energetic contraction, heaviness, whereas the right answer feels like release, lightness, peace. This is how you can identify, like what's your no, what's your yes, with a very clear question. So if you are in a ceremony, the way that you can use this tool is to get answers for things in your life which are happening right now. But always, always, always remember to direct the question to the now, because the body knows the answer to the now, but the body doesn't know the answer in 10 years, what's going to happen like next week, It's about today. And using this tool, you can really, do I go for this opportunity? Yes or no? Do I stay in this relationship? Yes or no? Do I do A or B in whatever situation? And then you can get so much guidance, so much information. And then it's up to you to put all of that into practice. These were my top 5 tips for navigating your ayahuasca ceremony. And in the next video, we'll talk about what is integration and why is it so important. Thank you for watching this video. We'd love to hear from you, your comments. If you have any questions, please let us know in the section below. And if you've enjoyed this video, it would be great if you like and subscribe.